As long as teenagers have dreamt of the exotic and unattainable is how long they have been pinning car posters on bedroom walls. The power and aesthetics of a car are fundamental to the status as a poster icon. Excessive curvatures, rumbling exhausts, sleek design, and a lot of exotic materials make up the basis of what it takes to be someone's dream car. Aston Martin enthusiasts dream of the Vantage. Aston produces 3 variations of the current Vantage: V8, the F1 edition, and the ultra-rare V12, all with convertible versions. While we will be discussing the V12 for comparison points, just note that only 333 units were produced, and they're all no longer available. So, with that out of the way, let's move on. Blend iconic beauty, driver delight, and sheer horsepower, and you have the recipe for the Vantage. Starting with its bold looks, the Vantage has all the classic Aston Martin lines. Up front, the iconic grille serves both form and function, shaping the face of the Vantage while directing loads of cool air into the oversized radiator and intercoolers. Carbon fiber splitters help create downforce while directing turbulent air past the front wheels. Atop the grille are huge projection-style LED headlights that flow into the perfectly sculpted and ventilated clamshell hood. Continue down the side of the car and you're met with giant vented wheel arches that help dissipate turbulent air in the wheel wells. To alleviate drag, flush-mounted door handles are used, as well as the elimination of exterior rubber gaskets to create a smooth, continuous surface along the window line. Out back, the signature ducktail defines the look of the Vantage. Molded into the trunk lid, it's accentuated by the coast-to-coast LED taillights. Continuing down to the lower valance, you'll find the quad exhaust with matte black surround and piano black accents that are part of the aerodynamics of the rear diffuser. Bringing everything to a stop are massive 16.1-inch rotors across the front and 14.2 inches in the back, gripped by painted calipers in your choice of bronze, orange, yellow, red, or gray paint. Steel rotors are standard, but you get the upgraded carbon ceramic on the F1 and V12 variations. The big stoppers are said to shed 51 pounds compared with the cast iron rotors in the standard Vantage. Lastly, all that power rides on your choice of 7 different 20 or 21-inch wheels. Now, by definition, the Vantage V12 is a supercar. While the twin-turbo 4-liter AMG engine in the V8 and F1 edition make 503 and 528 horsepower respectively, Aston went all out with the twin-turbo 5.2-liter V12. 690 horsepower and 735 feet-pounds of torque rocket the Vantage from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and a top speed of 200 miles an hour. But it's the exterior of the Vantage that it's going to earn its place on the bedroom walls. Every aspect has been exaggerated for form and function. The overall stance has been widened for better traction. The front end has been stretched, widened, and reshaped to create more airflow and downforce. The traditional side skirts have now been extended up the front quarter panel to direct the increase of turbulent air from the wheel wells down the side of the car and over the wide body fenders in the rear. Plus, the giant carbon fiber spoiler creates so much downforce, it's like having an NFL linebacker sitting on the boot of your car. Combine all that with a more extreme rear diffuser, and you have a car that is 10 seconds faster around the Nürburgring than without it. The voice of the V12 is the full stainless steel exhaust peeking out the back. Picture a grizzly bear with a mouthful of hornets, and you'll have an idea of how visceral it sounds. This really is the best Vantage that Aston has ever built. That makes the fact that this is also the last V12 Vantage to ever be produced more fitting for its final goodbye. Move to the interior and the customization starts to get personal. You have your choice of a traditional sport seat or a more form-fitting and bolstered Sport Plus seat, both in a monotone or two-tone leather or Alcantara. You also have those choice for the overall look of the cockpit. Some other hard decisions will be your choice of carbon fiber, gloss black, or satin silver finishes on the inlay pieces and steering wheel, as well as your choice of carpeting. Getting past all the choices, Vantage comes with a race-inspired flat-bottom steering wheel loaded with a host of controls. At your fingertips, you can adjust between Sport, Sport Plus, and Track mode, while also adjusting the suspension stiffness and responsiveness. You can also customize the LED instrument cluster to display navigation, media, radio, and more. Move across the dash and you have an 8-inch LED infotainment screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as built-in satellite navigation. Below the center vents, you'll find the dual climate control as well as some toggles for the heated seats, door locks, and AC. In the center console is the engine start-stop button, push-button transmission, as well as controls for the infotainment screen. Look to the side, and you'll find your 10-way seat controls right at your fingertips. If you want to get an Aston Martin in your driveway for the least amount of cash, the Vantage is the good place to start. The base Vantage Coupe is the least expensive model in Aston's lineup, though pricing climbs if you're looking for a Vantage Roadster and track-ready F1 edition. So, when you're ready to purchase your Aston Martin, be sure to visit Napleton's Aston Martin of Downers Grove and have one of our brand ambassadors personally walk you through the configurator of your Vantage. Also, don't forget to fill out the form on this page and stay up to date on the best sales and newest updates.